You know what I like about that rift? You can seriously do it with cats. It's all meow 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 meow. It's so good.
All right.
It is like so good. I'm sorry.
And that's how we're gonna start this feed.
With cats.
With cats.
We need to get
Meow.
meow 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 meow. Moo.
All right. Hello. Okay, so
Hello.
do we have Lavender here or do we have Mikey? Because Lavender stormed off in a fit.
Lavender left in her Winnebago last night or the other night.
Hi, Ivar.
Hi, Ivar.
Hello, hello. Hey, Everett. How are you
Hey,
doing?
what is going on?
Good. Hello, Steve.
Stephen P. Kitty Mamouse.
Hello, Susan.
Susan.
Hello, Demon Willie.
Hi, Demon Willie.
Hello. We had a great interview the other night. I loved it. I mean, that's when Lavender threw a temper tantrum because she couldn't accept what her daddy did. But, you know, whatever.
I think I need to adjust volumes on here. I don't know what is going on.
Hello.
I definitely think someone touched it.
Thank you. Nobody touched it. Mikey's not around. It's left. Ah, shit. Oh, man. I'm going to say it one more time. Your daddy was too cheap to buy Kool-Aid, so he got Flavor Aid.
It was Flavor Aid, damn it. Everyone keeps saying it's Kool-Aid. It's Flavor Aid. Wait.
Jackal Demon.
Wait. Let me do it properly.
It was Flavor Aid. I tells everyone it was Flavor Aid. No one ever listens to me.
Actually, can you?
No, it stays here the entire time like this. Hey, how you doing? Oh, we're not going to get to the subject tonight at all.
I was going to say, can you do it in the voice of Louis Anderson?
I'm Louis Anderson. That's all I know from Louis Anderson.
Hello. How you doing? Hey, Calvin.
Hey, people. What's going on?
Hey, Dizzy.
Dizzy. I tagged a whole bunch of people, too.
You're lucky I took my meds. Honey, doing a line does not count as taking your meds.
Walking the line. Johnny Cash walked the line, though. I'll tell you that right now. And Dewey Cox, he walked hard.
It's okay. Hard. I know. How are you feeling? Man, they have him in PT immediately the day after.
Read it real fast. I can't.
Jackal Demon says, I don't know how long I want to be. I'm going to be able to stay awake, basically. Oh. If you guys don't know, he had surgery on his knee.
Yeah.
And they had,
I do remember that.
They had him in physical therapy literally the next day.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to put your info out there, but like, that's brutal.
That is brutal. That's one of those surgeries where like, nope, you got to start moving right now. Otherwise, it's not going to heal properly.
It'll stiffen up. So, I mean, it's a good thing they did that, but it fucking sucks.
Oh, I worked with Paul. The dude Paul I used to work with. He had
the fighter?
He had the surgery on his carpal tunnel syndrome and he didn't start exercising it right away. And then they had to like pull his fingers apart and he said it was a pain.
I did not use booger sugar, you goobers. Yes, you do. Well, I mean, Lavender. If that's you, Lavender, yes, you do. Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't it something made out of Sudafed?
This is all we're doing tonight.
Apparently, this is what we're doing tonight.
We're not talking about Charles Cullen at all. We're just gonna stay on the subject of talking shit.
I gotta get this off of my thing. All right, guys. So there's a lot of trigger warnings here. So lots of trigger warnings.
Do you want to read it? Do you want to read the fair use?
I'm reading it. Damn it!
I haven't read it in a while.
Yes, you did. You read it last time.
We did not. We didn't even use the fair use when
you did it last time.
When we recorded for You Can't Sit With Us, did we?
Under the fair use, another author may make limited use of the original author's work without asking permission, pursuant to 17 U.S. Code 107. Certain uses of copyrighted material for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research, is not an infringement of copyright.
No. It might be an infringement of copyright if there was copyright infringement.
So I feel like we should start with one thing here.
The super fun one?
Guys, just to remind you guys, we do have a costume contest going on. So this started on August 24th. It's going to be like the submissions will end on September 19th, which is a Monday. So, Steve the cat, you need to remember that because you're announcing that it ended. And then voting begins September 20th. So,
I'm sorry. Wait, the one
Lavender, you need to remember that.
The one person who's absolutely up on the ads and everything like that. You were going to tell me like, oh, you need to remember this. he will remember.
I'm just being silly. Awesome. And the winner will be announced on October 21st. Again, you guys can submit it to us over at PBD or Psycho Bunny DC, Psychomantium13, or Roots Bleed Red, or send it to our email at pbunnydc@gmail.com.
Yes.
So let's get started with this son of a bitch.
Hey, Alan, what's going on there, dude?
We're at Walmart. I love it.
It's the Wally world.
Oh man, I know it does. I'm so sorry.
You got to do it though.
It's not Walmart. It's Walhell.
Walhell. Is it what?
Valhell.
Is it Valhell? Every time you walk in, show me the peppers. Show me the peppers. What was that?
I just do?
What did you?
I don't know.
Why did we have to log into our?
But somehow all of the notes disappeared.
Oh shit.
So just keep talking.
We have notes somewhere.
No, I know where they are.
Well, we're doing it from Wikipedia today. So
thanks. Actually, I'm not.
Oh, we're not. No, you're right. It's not Wikipedia today.
I'm actually not. I got it from Murderpedia. Thank you very much.
I honestly, he's an angel of death, and I didn't know anything about him, and I'm pretty up to par on my serial killers. Ooh, pissing in a jar.
I put a spell on you. No, but you see a lot of interesting people there.
If you go at a certain time at night, that is very true.
My favorite is always the tweaker that has the cart upside down trying to fix the squeak.
The squeak?
The squeaky wheel.
Well, it's all the same, right? All tweakers.
Apparently all tweakers squeak. So let's get started.
Damn bastards are fucking unprofessional over there.
Oh my god.
Oh, we forgot to do something.
What?
Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Raz!
Happy birthday, Raz. When you I know he's busy right now at his haunt and everything like that.
I know, but you'll see it again.
Yep. Happy birthday to Piper too.
The squeaky wheel gets the tweak. It's not true. I don't squeaks. Squeak. Happy birthday, Raz!
Yay.
Happy birthday, Raz!
He's at his haunt tonight. I think this is their opening weekend, or was it last?
It's everybody's opening weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like super excited.
Tyler is doing his tour right now. We just watched a little of that live feed.
He started, yeah. Oh yeah. I think he started his tour today.
Yep.
And I think the haunt started for Raz here.
Yep.
Today. So happy birthday, Raz! Woo! I was trying to stall talking just so I can get that picture, guys.
I know, right?
All right, so let's.
What happened?
Why are you guys not there? Because we live in California.
Yeah, we're in
nowhere, California, where nothing happens that's spooky.
Well, we have found some stuff here that are spooky, but it's just not in. Well,
we're going to be visiting 17th door. We're going to be visiting the we're going to visit Knott's. We're going to visit all kinds of places, but we're probably not going to go live or anything for that. So
no.
That's just going to be us doing our thing. But stay tuned.
Yep, and our dog is barking. If you guys can't hear it in the background,
I hear Patty.
She is ear piercing. Even she's even like going through our noise, our denoiser right here. So
all right, so let's get to this. Charles Edmund Cullen, born February 22nd, 1960, is an American serial killer who confessed to murdering up to 40 patients during the course of his 16-year career as a nurse in New Jersey. However, in subsequent interviews with police, psychiatrists, and journalists, it became apparent that he killed many, many more. whom he could not specifically remember by name, though he often remembered details of their murders. So experts have actually estimated that he may have ultimately been responsible for about 400 deaths.
Okay, this is the insane.
And this would
thing.
make him the most prolific serial killer in recorded history.
But they only got him on 29 though. But
Okay, I was about to say that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought I zoned out for a second. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I was gonna say he has confirmed 29.
But this is the crazy thing because most serial killers,
Clers.
most celery killers, most of them actually embellished their kills and embellished them up. He embellished them down.
Well,
he didn't. He just said this much, and they expect more.
Like Billy Ghoul. I know we got to get on Billy Ghoul. I'm so sorry.
Who was Billy Ghoul again? Billy Ghoul.
We'll get to that.
That could be a good TV show. Billy Ghoul.
Not the father of Ed Cullen. No, he didn't sparkle, guys.
Sparkle the vampire.
For the record, vampires don't fucking sparkle.
Vampires don't sparkle, but Batman, Robert Pattinson as Batman, I will argue with anybody over this.
You know what? Sparkles the vampire did a really good job.
Awesome job.
However, I was like giving him lots of praise, and I was like, man, he did a really good job. And then I realized it's really the same role. He was brooding and dark and sad.
You know what?
And it was the same exact role, just Batman.
You know what they did with the new one? And now that we watched Sandman, and we're not going to give everything away on Sandman.
Don't give anything away on Sandman. Just watch it,
guys. They made the new Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, is basically Sandman as Batman. The way he broods and everything like that, it's the same shit.
Vampire sparkle, sniffle.
Sniffle.
All right, so let's talk about his early life. Cullen was born in West Orange, New Jersey, a working-class Irish Catholic family. He was the youngest of 8 children. His father, Edmund, was a bus driver and was 56 when Charles was born and died on September 17th, 1960. So he died the same year that Charles was born, just 7 months later. Cullen described his childhood as miserable and claimed to have been constantly bullied by his sisters, boyfriends, and his schoolmates even. When he was 9, he made his first suicide attempt by drinking chemicals from a chemistry set. Later, while working as a nurse, he claimed to have fantasized stealing drugs from the hospital that he worked at so that he could use them to end his life.
I accidentally drank sea monkeys once when I was a kid, and I didn't mean to. It just happened, and I was like,
how I'm gonna have a baby?
I freaked out. I was
I'm gonna be a mother.
I'm gonna be a mother, Mom. I actually had my mom call poison control. I was freaking out so bad. They're like, "Really? You'll be fine. You might be pregnant, but you'll be fine."
Batman moved me, made me want to punch a baby.
Don't get me started here.
I loved it.
Okay, I get it.
Only in the bed. Wait, I'm so confused what that response is to.
Drink sea monkeys in the bedroom.
Sorry, allergies. I doubt that.
Don't get me started, Alan. Okay, here.
You are going to be at your haunted house. I'm so happy.
Oh, that's rad.
Be careful, please.
That's rad.
Ew, you drink sea monkeys? Lavender, get over yourself. Your daddy gave cyanide-laced
Kool-Aid.
Flavor Aid.
It was Kool-Aid.
Or no.
Flavor Aid.
You're right. Oh, sorry.
To everybody.
Flavor Aid.
My next door neighbor's kid drank my daughter's sea monkeys.
I don't know. I was messing around with him in the cup, and I walked away for a second, and for some odd reason, me being a blonde and a chubby kid too, I was like, "Hey, I want something to drink real fast," and I drank it. I was like, "My sea monkeys!"
Hi, Tia.
Hi, Tia. And
it was for the common vampire sparkle sniffles.
And then my mom's like, I'm sitting there for like an hour and a half, just freaking out, worried, and my mom's like, "What is wrong?" And I was like, "I drank the sea monkeys from the chemistry set," or no, it wasn't chemistry, but whatever.
It was just a packet. They were just brine shrimp.
I was like freaking out.
I'm sorry I just ruined the magic for you guys, but they're just brine shrimp.
I didn't get pregnant. Honestly, I didn't.
He got pregnant with brine shrimp.
I got I was purgante.
All right, so let's get back to this. Charles's dad died when he was 7 months old. Cullen described his childhood as miserable, and he was bullied by his sister's boyfriends, his schoolmates, and when he was 9, he tried to kill himself with the chemicals from a chemistry set. As a nurse, he claimed to fantasize about stealing drugs from the hospital, which he would use to end his own life. So Cullen's mother, Florence Cullen, nee Ward, immigrated to the United States from England after World War I and was killed in a car accident on December 6, 1977, at the age of 55. Sorry, World War II, rather. At the age of 55, when Charles was in his senior year of high school. He recalled his mother's death as being absolutely devastating, and that he had been upset that the hospital did not immediately inform him of her death, and that the hospital would not return her body, but instead had it cremated.
What the hell?
Yeah. The following year, Charles dropped out of high school and enlisted in the Navy, where he served aboard the submarine, the USS Woodrow Wilson.
It was a nuke. Was it, or was it a nuclear submarine too? Yeah, because it was
later converted into attack submarine, but it was a Lafayette class ballistic missile submarine.
Oh yeah. Okay, this guy is nutso. You're a special kind of crazy to be.
I heard drugs.
You're a special kind of person if you can be underwater for 6 months at a time and everything. Yeah.
I bet they were good with a dab of butter.
Butter. It was all butter. What?
I miss Butter.
Butter. Oh, Butter the bulldog. Yeah,
I miss Butter.
She was an awesome bulldog.
She was sweet. So Cullen successfully passed basic training and the rigorous psychology examinations required for submarine crews, who were expected to spend as long as 2 months at a time submerged in a cramped vessel.
I thought they could go as long as 6 months.
Well,
or they can go up to 6 months.
They do 2 months. They come up. But this is talking about submerging for.
I almost when the Gulf War, not the Gulf War, but when 2003 that war because we've been in so many wars.
Thank you, farmer's wife.
I almost joined the Navy, and I almost joined the Navy because I didn't want to be drafted. I was like, if I'm going to be drafted when we're going to war here and everything's starting up here, I'm going to join the Navy because that's what I want to do. If I'm going to go serve, I'm going to serve doing the branch I want to serve. You know.
I ended up joining the Army.
But my buddy, my heterosexual life mate, we were both talking about submarines and stuff like that, and then we looked into it. It's nothing but big guys in subs,
in cramped spaces.
Yeah, it was like it's just something like all of us big guys who want to be Vikings and all this other stuff and go sail the seas. Is like everyone's like, oh, I'll just go. I'll spend months of a time underwater.
Lots of seamen.
Seamen.
So Cullen rose to the rank of petty officer 2nd class as part of the team that operated the ship's Poseidon missiles. He did not fit in during his time in the Navy. He was hazed and bullied by his fellow crewmen. A year into his service, his leading petty officer on the Woodrow Wilson discovered him seated at the missile controls wearing a surgical mask, gloves, and scrubs rather than his uniform. Cullen was disciplined for the action, but never explained why he was dressed that way. The Navy had made the decision to reassign Cullen to a lower pressure job on the supply ship USS Canopus.
You know, at least this time the military actually decided to say, you know what, we're not going to just boot him out. We're actually going to move him to an easier job.
So the USS Canopus was a Simon Lake class submarine tender of the United States Navy, operational from 65 to 94. The vessel was used to repair and refit submarine-launched Polaris nuclear-armed ballistic missiles.
The pressure, even just from that alone.
And the submarines that were deployed with them.
Could you imagine that? Just being, you literally are working on and supplying things that can end the world. That is insane.
But considering that was the lesser stressful job.
That is still high.
Yeah.
That's high stress right there. That is fucking nuts.
So he attempted suicide again and was committed to the Navy's psych ward several times over the subsequent few years. Cullen received a medical discharge from the Navy in 1984 for undisclosed reason.
Susan's comment. I heard it too. No, the next one.
Did you say the USS Cannabis?
I heard it too, but I was reading it, but I did hear cannabis. I was like,
Tasha said it's quite fun. Oh yeah, she was in the Navy, huh?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
would be on the USS Cannabis.
I honestly, I was like, fuck this. If I'm going to get drafted, I'm going to go do what I got to do. I'm going to go pick the branch that I want to be a part of,
Use cannabis. Okay.
Alan Easterling, use cannabis.
So, again, he received a medical discharge from the Navy in 1984 for undisclosed reasons. Shortly thereafter, he enrolled at the Mountainside Hospital School for Nursing in Montclair, New Jersey. Elected president of his nursing class. He graduated in 1986 and started work at the burn unit of St. Barnabas Medical Center in Livingston.
This is how it always goes. The guy who loses his shit left and right and whatever he's doing and almost kills himself a million times or tries to kill himself a million times goes into nursing.
He apparently had quite a high IQ.
I don't know. Did he? Where would it be?
I'm trying to see what his
that was the one thing I did skim through his stuff, but that was the one thing I didn't see. What was his high IQ or his IQ? But to be placed on a sub and then be placed on a ship that actually replenishes those subs.
I'm telling you, he has.
I'm agreeing with you. He has to be pretty smart and pretty up there.
I'm not sure what his IQ is, to be honest, but I was actually looking it up recently.
To do what he did, he's not a dullard. He's actually pretty smart.
Yo ho, that's the sub for me. Use cannabis.
Use cannabis. Use it.
So, meanwhile, he met and married Adrienne Baum in 1987. Their daughter Shauna was born later that year. They had 2 daughters. Cullen's wife became increasingly disturbed at his unusual behavior and abuse of the family dogs. 1.
If he's already abusing the dog, he was abusing animals prior to that. Then,
in 1993, his wife filed a restraining order against him based on her fear that he might endanger her and her 2 children.
Wait, when did he get caught again? So this is going on in the 90s? I'm so stuck on the killers that we've covered being in the 70s. I keep thinking everything is in the 70s.
This is not.
Oh, wow.
I believe he died in 2003.
No, I actually think he's still alive.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was apprehended in 2003. Mm-hmm. My bad. So you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
She claimed that Charles had spiked people's drinks with lighter fluid,
Jesus,
burned his daughter's books, and forgotten his daughters at the babysitter for a week.
Huh?
He would also show extreme cruelty to the family pets. However, Cullen denied all of this, saying his wife was just exaggerating, but his wife kept insisting that he was mentally ill.
I think this is one of those cases where there's his story, her story, and then there's the real story. You bring everything together. I
don't believe that. I believe her.
No, I believe that he was abusing the animals. I believe that he was abusive. It did a lot of messed up stuff. But when you said he left the child at the babysitters for a week, no one. The babysitter.
Yeah, why didn't she go get him?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like.
But,
sorry.
Yeah. That sounds like that guy Mikey told me about, the one who got robbed by gophers. I'm all right. Nobody's worried about me.
I still to this day have not watched Caddyshack all the way through. I've only watched the Bill Murray parts.
The hell?
I'm being serious. I as much as
He was definitely riding the crazy train.
As much movie knowledge I have, Caddyshack's one of those movies I still have not watched all the way through. I just like the Bill Murray parts.
All right.
Because I'm a huge Bill Murray fan.
So now let's get into the nitty gritty here. Actually, you know what? Let's go to some commercials first, since we have quite a few. We have 2 sets of commercials, so we're going to do the first set right now. All right, we'll be right back.
Well, gentlemen, perhaps we wouldn't be where we are today if we hadn't said to ourselves, just go, 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 go for it.
Final score for this film, we're going to give it 3 paws out of 4.
La Señora de la Santa Muerte, Spanish for Our Lady of the Holy Death.
Out now!
Oh, not sex and violence!
Hi everybody, I'm Akath,
And I'm pre-sexist Diamond.
and we are Roots Bleed Red on Psycho Bunny Death Cult.
Aha!
In fact, humans have a very long history of eating each other.
So lock your doors, turn out your lights, and join us for Cool Radio.
Hello, all you beautiful people out there. It's your boy Slippy. And when I'm not guzzling down gallons and gallons of amazing ice cream, yes, oh, I love ice cream. Oh, hang on. I'm watching PBDC TV. Now, back to the show, all you beautiful people. And remember, stay nasty.
I still think my idea that I gave Slippy the other day, mushrooms, celery, ice cream. I think it might actually be good. Or I mean, if you had the avocado ice cream, I haven't had that yet. But if you put Nadine, if you put celery in there to help out the taste, might be good.
Oh yeah, how are you guys doing with the fires up in Washington?
What did it say?
It's her talking to Tia.
Oh, okay.
Fires up in Washington.
Okay.
Guys, be careful. We had a few fires here today.
Yeah.
They were all arson though. They were all arson.
Arson. We're gonna. I guarantee you. Excuse me with the yawn. California's about to be on fire again. You watch soon. It always happens. September. End of September, October, and then goes into November. California's on fire. And then we're gonna be getting a ton of messages from people.
gosh.
Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay?
Hey, Vic.
Hi, Vic.
Wait. Hey,
Nadine.
Nadine. All right, so let's get back into this. Here we go. Murders. Cullen was a suicidal alcoholic whose life was spiraling out of out of control in the weeks before he gave lethal doses of heart medicine to his first known victim.
You know, for someone who's suicidal, he sure has failed at it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a piece of shit. That's why I'm saying I'm making this joke right now.
The first murders to which Cullen later confessed occurred at St. Barnabas on June 11, 1988. Cullen administered a lethal overdose of intravenous medication to a patient. Cullen eventually admitted killing several other patients at St. Barnabas, including an AIDS patient who died after he had been given an overdose of insulin.
Fuck. That's ooh.
Cullen left St. Barnabas in January of 92 when the hospital authorities began investigating who had contaminated IV bags.
It's insane that he just went. So he left and they're like, okay, whatever. We're just gonna like.
Well, yeah, the investigation determined that Cullen had most likely been responsible for the result of dozens of patients in the hospital for their deaths. Yes. Yeah, this guy was killing people in the hospital while he was working there.
Yeah, that's what we were saying at the start of this, Vic. He's an angel of death.
Yes.
But
he's, you know what?
One of the few.
He's an asshole angel of death.
There's the angel. There's no.
Okay,
nice
no.
ones.
The reason I say that is he in no way thinks that he was helping anybody. Whereas a lot of the other ones that are angels of death, in their twisted head, they think they're helping people.
I don't think it is that they think that. I just think they get caught and then they turn around and try to.
Kevorkian
is one of the few. He got out and actually he died later on. I'm not saying what Kevorkian did was right because we totally, even though we did a series on him and I forgot that was like, oh yeah, he did some fucked up shit too.
I've met somebody who's claimed to be an angel of death.
But most of them, when they're all of them when they're serial killers, they always justify it in their head somehow. I was just trying to save them. No, dude, you just like to kill people, and that's all it was.
Yeah, and you wonder why most of us hate hospitals. You walk in, you might never walk out. Exactly. The only thing I like about hospitals is the food. I hate Jell-O, so you know.
I don't mind Jell-O.
There's that. I really hate Jell-O.
It's
so
collagen.
Cullen left St. Barnabas in January 92 when the hospital authorities began investigating who contaminated the IV bags. The investigation determined that Cullen had most likely been responsible and resulted in dozens of patients' death in the hospital.
The crazy thing is
1 month after leaving St. Barnabas, Cullen took a job at Warren Hospital in Phillipsburg, where he murdered 3 elderly women with overdoses of heart attack medication, digoxin, sold under the brand name Lenoxin.
Diagon Alley.
His final victim said that a sneaky male nurse had injected her as she slept, but family members and healthcare providers of the hospital dismissed her comments as unfounded. The following year, Cullen moved into a basement apartment in Phillipsburg after a contentious divorce from his wife. He shared custody with his daughters, which he totally shouldn't have. Cullen later claimed that he had wanted to quit nursing in 93, but the court ordered child support payments forced him to continue working. Okay,
so the crazy thing is here, again, they were investigating him for the deaths. He just moved on.
He just kept getting new jobs.
And instead of like them, it sounded like the hospitals were like, yeah, he's responsible for it, but we're not returning. We're not sending.
The hospitals are saying we think he's responsible.
We think he's responsible for this,
but we can't exactly prove it.
But the police can. Give it to the police.
In 93, still not that great.
It doesn't matter. Give this information to the police. We think he murdered 20 people right now who are in hospice care, and they're like, just let him go.
Is Mikey back now? What's up, Mikey? We will actually get to that. How long did his spree last?
It's years, actually.
Well, I
But we're
guess
gonna
I'll
get
be
it.
nice. I will be nice. From 88 to 2003.
That's a lot of math to
fucking
do
time.
right now.
So
88 to 98, 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years.
So in March of 1993, Cullen broke into a coworker's home while she and her young son slept, but he left without waking them. He began stalking the woman, who filed a police report against him, and then he subsequently pled guilty to trespassing and received 1 year of probation. The day after his arrest, guess what he did? He tried to kill himself again, unsuccessfully. He
It's
took
not
2 months off work and was treated for depression in 2 psychiatric facilities, but he had attempted suicide twice more by the end of the year.
it's not that it's him. Okay, he is a straight up narcissist. That's what's going on here. He's crying for help and all this other stuff. Not crying for help. I'm sorry. He's crying for attention is what it is.
Yes, that is how quite a few of them have done it.
It's crazy.
Is changing jobs.
It's just crazy they're able to change jobs, and like the hospitals are like I said before, they're like, oh, we think he might have murdered these people, and instead of like just like turning it into the police or trying to find a way to blacklist them, they just don't. It just keeps happening.
Yet I know nurses who literally did nothing wrong and they get investigated because of something simple.
Well, one of our friends recently.
Yeah. Oh, that's what she's saying.
Luckily, not naming names.
She's been completely cleared. She literally did nothing wrong. It was a clerical error that had nothing to do with her.
She's a hospice nurse too, and it was not the same thing, but she something happened, a person died, and there was a do not resuscitate.
There was a DNR,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. There was a clerical error that somebody didn't put it in there, and they didn't even upload it into any computers. So
no,
we're not going to get more into that. But yeah, Lavender apparently had to go. By the way, she couldn't take all of us, so she had to go do her nasal meds.
You know what you need to do, Mikey? You need to actually have her get her Winnebago off your property, if you could. You know, I think if you get her Winnebago off that property, you're going to be a lot happier.
Yeah. Vic says, geez, that's a long time. It's crazy how they can get away with it for that long. Nowadays, it would be a lot harder with all the new technology. It is. But the problem is that some people still get unjustly accused.
What this guy is doing, I don't think so with the tech. If you're like a BTK breaking into people's houses, oh yeah, you're going to get caught right away. But if you're an Edmund Kemper, I think you can go for a while because you're abducting people. You know, it's still hard to catch people. So
Susan says, I remember this case, or maybe a similar one.
There's been
a lot.
There's a few of them. There was another one, and I thought I got it confused, and I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he was I think he was born in like the 50s or something like that, and it was basically the same stuff. Went in the army, came out, but he was in the South.
You can't feel bad for her. Everybody feels bad for her. She always plays the victim. You got to tell Lavender to get her ass out because she's not the victim. She is the perpetrator. She's the asshole.
But no,
stand your ground.
The Angel of Death is one of the ones that are. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard to catch because if these nurses know what they're doing, these people just die.
In March of 19. Okay, see, you threw me off. That September, a 91-year-old cancer patient reported that Cullen, who was not her assigned nurse, had come into her room and injected her with a needle. She died the next day. Her son protested that her death was not natural, and Warren Hospital administered a lie detector test to Cullen and several other nurses, but Cullen passed.
Lie detector tests don't work because as long as you believe your lie.
And Cullen continued to work at Warren until the following spring. So Cullen began a 3-year stint in the intensive care / cardiac care unit of Hunterdon Medical Center in Flemington. He claimed that he did not harm anyone during the first 2 years, But hospital records for that time period have been destroyed when he was arrested in 2003. Cullen admitted to murdering 5 patients between January and September of 96, again with overdoses of digoxin. He then found work at Morristown Memorial Hospital, but was soon fired for poor performance. Cullen remained unemployed for 6 months and stopped making child support payments. After seeking treatment for depression in Warren Hospital emergency room, he was briefly admitted to a psychiatric facility. In February of 98, he was hired by Liberty Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania, where he staffed a ward of respirator-dependent patients. There, Cullen was accused of giving patients drugs at unscheduled times. He was fired after being seen enter a patient's room with a syringe in his hand, an encounter that left the patient with a broken arm but without any criminal injections. Cullen caused a patient's death at Liberty Hospital, which was blamed on another nurse. After leaving Liberty, Cullen was employed at Easton Hospital in Easton, Pennsylvania, from November of 98 to March of 99. On December 30th, 1998, he murdered yet another patient with digoxin. A coroner's blood test showed lethal amounts of digoxin in the patient's blood, or digoxin, I should say, by an internal investigation with Easton Hospital. But the internal investigation was inconclusive with Easton Hospital. Evidence did not definitively point to Cullen as a murderer. Even with his history of mental instability and the number of deaths during his employment at various hospitals, Cullen continued to find work because of a national shortage of nurses. Additionally, no reporting mechanism yet existed to identify nurses with mental health or employment problems. So, concerned of liability, hospitals were made unwilling to take significant action. Let me rephrase that. Concerned of the liability, the hospitals were unwilling to take the significant action against Cullen because of the issue with being understaffed.
In February 1998, I was watching The Devil's Advocate. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It just popped in my head. I'm sorry.
So Ivar says, but if you're fired from a job of nursing for negligence, don't your credentials get revoked?
In California, yes.
You know what? Now
it does.
But that wasn't the case back then, and I'm not sure what the rules are as far as other states.
I think still now, like you could go to another state right now. If like here in California, if you get fired and whatnot, you negligence, your license get revoked, you can head to Washington or Oregon or Idaho or someplace like that, and like Idaho, and still get another license and continue on. But that's if they prove that you're negligent. There's a lot of easy ways to get away with this stuff, and a nurse is someone who's going to know how to do this stuff. But it's a matter of them knowing to or wanting to do it.
Yeah, Susan says I bet a lot of hospitals hid some of this stuff too because of liability.
I think so.
Or until they couldn't hide it anymore.
I think so. Because there's a lot of lawsuits and there's a lot of millions and millions of dollars that are going to be paid out. And these hospitals, a lot of them are, I hate to say this like this, but a lot of them are for profit. So.
Okay, give me a second. You know what? I think we should do our commercials right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be right back, guys.
This is Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus from Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat, and when I'm not hosting Monster Chat or knocking down small Japanese cities, I'm watching PBDC TV. Now back to the show.
You know why I like that story?
Mikey says that, so I think I pissed off Lavender today because I bought Black Forest ham. She stormed off like always.
The crazy thing is, going back to all that stuff years ago, I absolutely love Black Forest ham. It's like my favorite lunch meat of all fucking time.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say about the whole Tyler?
Oh no, the Rolling Stones song, "Paint It Black." It's like
It's
one
just
of my,
the coolest version.
it's one of my favorite fucking songs of all time, and Marduk covers it. Marduk, the black metal band from
it's a good
Sweden.
cover.
Oh, it's a fucking amazing cover. I fucking love that song. I saw Red Door the other day too, or yesterday, and I wanted to paint it black.
Yes, especially working at ICU would be a perfect storm for a killer like this. Yeah.
I know we need to get back here on this topic here, but a few months ago, I think we brought up a couple times that I did have a major kidney infection where I almost had a heart attack and all this other stuff. But when I was in the hospital for a day, the male nurse was so nice and so cool. But it kept popping because we do this show all the time and we do everything on true crime. I was sitting there like kind of like there's like 10% of me going, "Are you trying to kill me? What's going on here? Am I going to be that victim that you can get away with?"
I'm pretty sure that the happy peppy phlebotomist was trying to kill
Oh
you.
God!
God.
These two fingers right here were numb because of what she did to the bottom of my arm, or like my forearm. It was terrible. But she was super nice, but she
so cute and nice.
tore up my veins in my arm.
All right, so in March of 1999, Cullen took a job at the burn unit in Allenstown, Lehigh Valley Hospital's Cedar Crest, where he murdered one patient and attempted to murder another. 1 month later, he voluntarily resigned from Lehigh Valley Hospital and took a job working at the cardiac care unit in St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem. During the subsequent 3 years, Cullen murdered at least 5 patients and is known to have attempted to kill 2 more. On January 11th, 2000, he again attempted suicide by lighting a charcoal grill in his bathtub and hoped to succumb to carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, he's full of shit on that. He really was just getting attention.
Well, okay, I'm not going to say who because I really do miss this person, but I have a friend who successfully killed himself in a really fucked up manner.
Well,
and I mean, it's
there's
so
too much.
It was such a different way to do it.
Okay, what the fact that I'm making fun of this guy's suicide attempts here is because he's a piece of shit. He's only crying out for attention. He just wants attention, not crying out for attention. He just wants attention. And for people who've actually done it and are victims of suicide and stuff like that, and I'll say that victims of suicide because people need someone to talk to or some help. Reach out, and it's hard for people to grasp that. They really believe they're alone, but this guy right here, every time he does something messed up, he's like, "I'm just going to kill myself," and it takes away from the real victims of suicide. It really does.
Yeah, resigned or given an ultimatum.
It's terrible. It's terrible what he's doing every single time. Oh my God! I try to kill. I killed one patient, then I attempted to kill another patient. I better quit and kill myself. And then there he goes. He goes right in the psych ward. He knows what he's doing. He's just a piece of shit.
Mike, you said that I told her Lavender that I liked Black Forest ham, and she kept telling me how insensitive I was. And I'm like, it's not my fault. I like Black Forest and Flavor Aid.
I like Black Forest ham. I really do. Actually.
You should get some of those Black Forest gummy bears too.
With the THC or the cocaine in it? I'm kidding.
I'm pretty sure she'd like the latter. But
But no,
existential crisis.
It is terrible that these people like this. This is how manipulative. I guess what I'm trying to say is this is how manipulative Charles Cullen is. Like, he does something fucked up like murdering someone, and then he immediately goes to, I tried to kill myself. I'm going to the psych ward.
Oh yeah.
What's going on here?
I'm just waiting for you to stop talking.
I have stopped talking. I mean, we're on this is our job. We talk.
But yeah, seriously, like what the hell?
Yeah.
Tia now wants to go get some Black Forest ham.
You need to go get some Black Forest ham. It's a great lunch meat. I mean, Subway's Black Forest ham subs.
Maybe he didn't want to get caught, and maybe he wanted to go out his own way instead of dying in prison. Well,
I
sucks
don't.
to be him, huh?
It does suck to be him, but I
No
don't.
sympathy for him.
I don't think, from what we're hearing here, I don't think that was it. I think for him, he knew a way to slightly cheat the system, and if it's almost like, how can I phrase this? He did it. He did the crime, right? And then in the back of his head, he's like, okay, my MO is I did the crime. I go in a psych ward. If they
and nobody pays attention to the crime.
Well, no. If they pin it on me, I'm already in the psych ward. So I'm going to get the insanity plea, opposed to actually going to the chair, which is where he needed to go.
Apparently, Lavender yelled to stop talking about her. Never!
It's flavored.
So, now where was I?
We're sorry.
Cullen's neighbors smelled smoke and called the fire department and police. He was taken to a hospital and a psychiatric facility, but returned home the following day. No one suspected Cullen was murdering patients at St. Luke's until a coworker found vials of medication in a disposal bin. The drugs were not valuable outside the hospital, and since they were not used as a recreational drug, the theft was interesting.
What the fuck?
An investigation showed that Cullen had taken the medication. He was offered a deal by the medical facility to resign and be given a neutral recommendation or be fired. He resigned and he was escorted from the building in June of 2002. 7 of his co-workers at St. Luke's later alerted the Lehigh County District Attorney about their suspicions that Cullen had used these drugs to kill his patients. Investigators never looked into his past, and the case was dropped 9 months later for lack of evidence.
Constance! Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hey, Constance! Yes, he was a total narcissist.
You know, Constance is my only fan. she did. Okay, she said in one of our episodes that she was like, "You're so funny, Hexus, and you're awesome." And so I'm like, "Hi, I have one fan out of everyone." I'm like, you guys, Mother More, Aka, everyone has millions of fans. I have one, and it's Constance, and I love it. I'm sorry.
So, in 2002, in September, he began working in a critical care unit of the Somerset Medical Center in Somerset, New Jersey. He began dating a local woman around then, but his depression worsened. Cullen had killed at least 13 patients and attempted to kill at least one more by mid-2003 by using digoxin, insulin, and epinephrine. On June 18th, 2003, Cullen unsuccessfully attempted to murder the Somerset patient Philip Gregor, who was later discharged and died 6 months later of natural causes. Soon, Somerset began to notice Cullen's wrongdoing. The hospital's computer system showed that Cullen was accessing the records of patients to whom he was not assigned. Co-workers began seeing Cullen in rooms of patients to whom he was not assigned. The hospital's computerized drug dispensing cabinet showed that Cullen was requesting medications that his patients had not been prescribed. Cullen's drug requests were strange and included many orders that were immediately canceled and many requests within minutes of another. In July of 2003, the executive director of the New Jersey Poison Information and Education System warned Somerset officials that at least 4 suspicious overdoses indicated the possibility that an employee was actually killing patients. The hospital delayed contacting the authorities until October. By then, Cullen had killed at least another 5 patients and attempted one other. When a patient in Somerset died of low blood sugar in October of 2003, the hospital alerted the New Jersey State Police. I like the pictures.
They have a cool emblem there. I mean,
The patient.
It's literally just an upside down triangle, and it's all state police.
Yeah.
We will arrest you.
Now I'm officially creeped out with caregivers.
Okay, think about real
Most
fast.
of them are not like this.
No, 99% of them are actually good people, very good people, and very loving and very empathetic of other people. Most angels of death try to do things in the most humane way. We'll just kill them. It'll just put them out of their misery. I'm not saying it's right, but a lot of them just
That's
do
what
it.
I was trying to say earlier, and you disagreed with me.
How so? What did I just, I'm just saying. I'm saying that he was using insulin to kill them. Insulin. When you overdose people on insulin, you can have seizures and stuff like that on that. It's insane.
So, this patient that died from low blood sugar was Cullen's final victim. State officials castigated the hospital for failing to report a non-fatal insulin overdose administered by Cullen in August. An investigation into his employment history revealed past suspicions on his involvement in patient deaths. Somerset fired Cullen on October 31st, 2003.
My car broke down on that day. I remember that. I had a timing belt going on.
So ostensibly for lying on his job application as well. I would say it would be more for, killing people.
Being a fucking cock.
But whatever. The nurse, Amy Lauren, alerted the police after she had become alarmed about Cullen's records of accessing drugs and his links to patient deaths. Police kept him under surveillance for several weeks until they had finished their investigation.
That was my bad. I didn't mean to breathe it into the mic.
Investigators assigned Lauren to visit Cullen after work hours and to talk to him while she wore a wire. Police had now produced enough evidence for probable cause. Mikey says, I almost OD'd on insulin. I put the same amount, not knowing I needed a lower one when my blood sugar lowered to 39.
Insulin's fucking nuts, man.
I had the sweats, the chills, shakes, dizziness. Oh my God.
Grandmother was highly diabetic.
Hey, Demon Willie.
My grandmother was highly diabetic, and I had to witness that several times.
His past did catch up with him.
It was about time. Can we bring up another comment? Constance says, scroll up. Right there. No. Well,
I brought that one up already.
There was another one.
That said hello.
No, you're my top. Yes, thank you. I want to be praised, and Constance praised me. Thank you. And Susan says, "I'm the number one demon." I think that's what she said.
Damn sure it took long enough, right?
The crazy thing is they had to build a case, and they had a case.
I know.
If the hospitals would have just said, "Here, investigate this guy, please."
So, makes sense. Had shotgun a bottle of orange juice to get the sugar up to normal.
Mikey, I used to have to rush. I remember I used to have to rush like peanut butter and jellies with that to my grandmother sometimes because she wouldn't do her insulin right, and to get her out of it, like it was insane to watch that stuff, like or like orange juice, all that stuff, anything that would like boost her sugar because she would get it down too low and all this other stuff. It was insane to watch. It was.
Thank you.
Aka is always the prettier side of me. She is my. I was gonna say she's my Wendigo.
I am.
She is awesome and amazing, gorgeous, lovely, everything. Oh yeah, Demon Willie's the number one demon.
Well, it says demon in his name, so.
I know. All I did was just make dirty jokes throughout history.
Better half.
Better half. More like better 3/4. She is the one who makes me awesome.
What was that? My better 75% to I don't want to math.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
how I am.
Oh, it was on the ranch. It was the ranch. It was when whatever Kelso's character is now.
Not to go into
He's all, you're my better 75% to whatever the rest of it is. I don't want to do math.
Aka is the only person who has ever been able to calm me down and keep me out of fights and stuff like that, because
unless we're back to back actually fighting together
and choking young punk rockers. 4'0" guys.
He punched me in the face, so I punched him back.
I got jumped by 4'0" guys, and they could not take me down. And I literally picked one of them up and was like, "What are you gonna do, dude?"
I had to rip. I literally came in, ripped one guy off of him, and was like, "Dude, they started it." And
She's
he
like,
went, "Oh,
dude, they started it, and you're not even phasing him. He doesn't even notice you."
No, he started pulling other people off you. Because he was like, wait, we got this wrong. And then we walk outside, and this chick is standing behind the bouncer screaming, "Matt, yeah, that's right, you fat bitch." I was like, that's cool. I'm fat, but you're dumb. So, yes. So, all right, he was arrested at a restaurant on December 12th, 2003, and charged with 1 count of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. On December 14th, he admitted to homicide detectives Dan Baldwin and Tim Braun that he had murdered Florian Gall and had attempted to murder Jin Kyung Han, both of whom were patients of Somerset. In addition, Cullen told the detectives that he had murdered as many as 40 patients over a 16-year career. In April 2004, Cullen pled guilty before Judge Paul W. Armstrong in a New Jersey court to killing 13 patients and attempting to kill 2 others by lethal injection while he was employed at Somerset. As part of his plea agreement, Cullen promised to cooperate with the authorities if they did not seek the death penalty for his crimes. A month later, wait, hold on.
They actually do a lot of serial killers. They do get off the death penalty because of that.
No. That's not what I'm saying. For a man that's tried to kill himself so many times, all of a sudden he doesn't want the death penalty.
And like I said, he took away from real victims of suicide. Existential crisis, right?
Calm down, Lavender.
No,
How did Lavender become one of the moderators?
She hacked our accounts.
What the fuck?
No, but it's like I was saying, like this guy, people like this take away from real people who've actually had issues and do commit suicide or really do attempt and they're luckily saved. Because it literally is just him trying to avoid incarceration.
No.
Sorry to say that.
No.
What? Will Braun Strowman beat Roman Reigns for the title? No, he didn't. Oh, Braun? No, I don't think so. I don't believe so.
I'm all wait.
I was thinking.
I read it wrong. I read it as he did. I was like,
no. They're okay. So
I did the voodoo.
Okay, let's get through this real fast, and we'll talk about WWE and AEW real fast.
We'll do it in the back chats.
Let's just do the real fast because I was like, I don't think so because Roman Reigns makes too much money, and the only way he's going to lose that title. The only way, Demon Willie, he's going to lose that title is if he says, "I need to take a break."
You said after.
I know.
Okay.
5-hour show coming up.
Pretty much. So, a month later, he pled guilty to the murder of 3 more patients in New Jersey. In November of 2004, he pled guilty to an Allentown court to killing 6 patients and trying to kill 3 others. He repeatedly interrupted the proceedings by taunting the judge with the chant, "Your Honor, you need to step down."
What the fuck? Another narcissist in the courtroom.
Cullen was ordered to be restrained and gagged. I would have loved to have seen that.
This is no different than
This is him, by the way.
This is no different than Ted
That's
Bundy.
his mugshot.
Representing himself and going up to the chick, trying to avoid the death penalty and being like, "Do you love me? Do you want to marry me? I love you. I want to marry you." This is the same shit here.
My favorite is Rodney Alcala changing his voice when he was representing himself.
Rodney Alcala, though, was another...
But he was really smart.
He was very smart, and he never once admitted to it. Everything was... People had to piece everything together for him.
Okay, so You're going to love this, guys. On March 2nd, 2006, Cullen was sentenced to 11 consecutive life sentences by Judge Armstrong in New Jersey. Here's the part you're going to love. He is not eligible for parole until 2388. Currently, he is held at New Jersey State Prison in Trenton. On March 10th, 2006, Cullen was brought into the courtroom of Lehigh County President Judge William H. Platt for a sentencing hearing. Cullen, upset with the judge, kept repeating, "Your Honor, you need to step down," for 30 minutes until he was also gagged with cloth and duct tape. Even after being gagged, he tried to repeat the phrase. So it was like,
You gotta admire his persistence, because he's like, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna make noise while you're doing this. I'm gonna make you like lose your train of thought.
So
he's a piece of shit, but you gotta admire his persistence.
In that hearing, he decided to give him an extra six life sentences.
He's like, fuck it, I'm already here for one life. Look, once you're in for one life sentence, it doesn't matter. You're in there. Just stack them up.
Yeah, that's no.
I'm gonna bring up his other Stephen P.D.S. other comment.
Damn it! Carl's last voodoo curse wore off, and now there's another one.
Right?
Oh my God, you're an asshole! Fuck you! Fuck this show! Storms out. God damn it, Lavender! Would you knock it off?
My one fan, I have to say it. Hexus, calm yourself. You'll get your chance.
Thank you. Thank you. So Fluffosaurus isn't our biggest diva anymore. No, he is still the Divasaurus.
The Atomic Saurus?
The Atomic Divasaurus.
Which I really want one.
All right, so he got an additional 6 life sentences because he pissed off the judge. As part of his plea agreement, Cullen has been working with the law enforcement officials to identify additional victims.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
So, motive. This is going to be like the last part, I think. Cullen stated that he had administered overdoses to patients to spare them from being coded or going into cardiac or respiratory arrest and being listed as a code blue emergency. He told detectives that he could not bear witness to or hear about attempts at saving victims' lives. Cullen had stated that he gave patients overdoses so that he could end their suffering to prevent hospital personnel from dehumanizing them. However, not all of his victims were terminal patients, like Gall had been expected to recover before Cullen killed them. The nurse, Lynn Tester, described many of the victims as people on the mend in a police interview. Instead of using common painkillers and stimulants, access of which was strictly regulated by hospital because of their value as street drugs, Cullen chose instead to use as his tools and choice of drugs digoxin and insulin. Yes. Which had little use outside of a hospital setting and were less likely to attract attention. Investigators stated that Cullen may have caused patients to suffer, but that he appeared to not realize it, which contradicts his claims of wanting to save patients. Similarly, Cullen told investigators that although he often observed patients suffering for days, the decision to commit each murder was performed on impulse. Cullen told detectives in December of 2003 that he lived most of his life in a fog and that he blacked out memories of murdering his victims. He said that he could not recall how many he killed or why he had chosen them. In some cases, Cullen admittedly denied committing any murders at a given facility, but after reviewing medical records, he admitted that he had been involved in patient deaths.
Yeah, that's his narcissistic way of saying, you know what? Yeah, you're right, but I forgot about it because I blacked out. You know what? You chose you are a nurse. You have access. I'm sorry, you have access to drugs that will.
But here's the thing, especially as a nurse, you know what the reactions are going to be. You
exactly
know they're going to be suffering.
That's where I was getting at here. You're a nurse. You have access to all these other drugs. You can put someone out of their misery softly, silently, or whatnot.
Oh, he knew what he was doing.
And then you turn around and you pick the one thing that or one of the two things that you use was insulin. One, if you do too much of it, it's just freaking convulsions and pain. He's
off with his head.
Exactly. Eat shit and die. He got lucky because he had 1 million victims, and they're like, well, we need to know more about this, so we're not going to give you the death penalty.
You guys actually are you interested in the legal ramifications from this?
No, let's get more into this.
Yeah,
because
so
I'm sorry, this guy is an absolute piece of shit. He fucking deserves.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie. How are you? This guy is a piece of shit.
For the record, guys, we actually got this from a recommendation from Otherwise. He had asked, he had said, hey, have you guys covered Charles Cullen yet? And I said, no, actually, I don't know much about him.
You know, we need to start bringing Otherwise on because he has given us
some great
He's given us 3 bangers right now, 3 of them.
Yeah,
and they're fucking amazing. Otherwise, oh, by the way, Otherwise for president.
Oh, wait, hold on. Guys, Otherwise be Nevermore for president in 2024. No more clowning around. It's time for a real clown in office.
By the way, Otherwise be Nevermore. The warning. he's a super cool dude. Go check him out. Like everything, support him, do whatever you can for him. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Yes, good suggestion. Otherwise, yes.
Yeah. And like,
oh my god, I tried to have, or I had a nurse try to give me insulin after checking my sugar levels. I refused it because you check your blood sugar a minimum of 2 hours after eating. They checked mine literally after I took my last bite.
I'll tell you this right now, Ivar. When they pumped me full of the what do they hit me with? The
morphine?
No, not morphine. The stuff that's
I don't remember.
Get my blood pressure and my heart rate down.
I don't remember.
Because of so much pain. They did so much of it. It took almost a week for it to all wear off. It was insane. And like there was like, oh, just get him out of here, get him this, get him out of here, and that's how they end up handling it.
So let's talk about the legal ramifications. Cullen moved from facility, or excuse me, legal impacts, I guess. Cullen moved from facility to facility undetected, largely because of the lack of requirements to report on suspicious behavior by medical workers and the inadequate legal protection for employers. New Jersey and Pennsylvania, like most other states, required healthcare facilities to report suspicious deaths only in the most egregious cases. And the penalties for failing to report these incidents were minor. Also, many states did not give investigators the legal authority to discover workers' previous employers. Employers feared to investigate incidents or to give a bad employment reference for fear of such actions triggering a lawsuit. According to detectives, and Cullen himself.
No, I was saying.
Why did you poke me?
I'm sorry. Pause when you get a chance. I was gonna. My bad.
According to detectives and Cullen himself, several hospitals suspected him of harming or killing patients, but failed to take appropriate legal actions. After Cullen's criminal conviction, many of the hospitals at which he had worked were sued by the families of his victims. The files and settlements against the New Jersey hospitals, all of which were settled out of court, are sealed. In some cases, individual workers took it upon themselves informally to try to prevent Cullen from being hired or to have him terminated. Some contacted nearby hospitals in secret or quietly spoke to their own superiors to alert them not to hire Cullen. When Cullen took a job at Sacred Heart Hospital in Allentown in June of 2001, a nurse who had heard rumors on him in Easton Hospital advised her coworkers. The nurses threatened to quit en masse if Cullen was not immediately dismissed, which he was. Prompted by the Cullen case, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and 35 other states adopted new laws which encouraged employers to give honest appraisals of workers' job performance and give employers legal protections if they provide a truthful employee appraisal. The New Jersey laws in particular formed the model that the other states would follow. Firstly, the 2004 Patient Safety Act increased hospitals' responsibility for reporting serious preventable adverse events. The 2005 Enhancement Act a supplement of the Patient Safety Act, required hospitals to report certain details on their employees to the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs and mandated for complaints and disciplinary records relating to patient care to be kept for at least 7 years.
You know, it's insane. When we go into hospitals, we're supposed to have this, I don't know, like, I don't know what I can say, it's like this margin of error that's in the back of our head. Like, no matter what, if someone fucks up, there's something that's going to happen here that's going to protect us. There's going to be nurses going on. There's going to be doctors coming in and taking care of us. This is the reason right here why
people are afraid.
People are afraid to go to doctors. It is. It's straight up because we read this stuff, we hear this stuff, and we're like, oh my God. And look, guys, I am in no way encouraging you not to go to doctors. If you have something going on with you, you know, COVID, flu, whatnot, and you're having problems with it, go to the doctor because this right here is rare, but it's crazy how, like, back in prior to 2003, prior to all this other stuff, he was able to move from job to job. And if he was your nurse and you were there for a night or two, there was a good chance he was going to fuck with you.
So, pop culture.
Pop culture, we're getting into this.
Yeah. In 2008, direct-to-video film Killer Nurse, written and directed by Uli Lomel.
Please tell me it was
Lifetime. Loosely based on Cullen.
Was it Lifetime?
It doesn't say.
Oh, it would have been great if it was a Lifetime movie.
The upcoming film, The Good Nurse, adapted from Charles Graeber's nonfiction book, The Good Nurse, a true story of medicine, madness, and murder, is being scripted by Christy Wilson Cairns and is set to be directed by Tobias Lindholm. Eddie Redmayne portrays Cullen. Jessica Chastain portrays coworker Amy Lauren, a nurse who helped implicate him and assisted detectives by talking with Cullen after hours while she wore a wire. And on June 25th, 2020, the British television channel Sky Crime aired the documentary Charles Cullen, Killing for Kindness, the story of the nurse who confessed to murdering up to 40 patients during his 16-year career. It was produced by the UK true crime producers Woodcut Media.
He wasn't killing for kindness.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was killing for his own needs. I'm pretty sure he had a heart on the entire time he was doing it because he's a piece of shit.
God.
All right.
I am Lur.
Omicron Percy I ate. sorry, Mikey. No. I'm sorry. What did he say?
He said, I got the Omicron and my doctor ran out of her office.
We
got all of them.
We did get recently, a week after my kidney infection that I was in the hospital for, we ended up getting it again.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you.
I got wrestling stuff to talk about. What the fuck?
We'll do that later.
I want to talk wrestling.
We'll do it after.
Reigns is not losing the Universal titles. He's not. It's not happening. He makes too much money for the WWE.
Well, so I just want to remind you guys of a couple things here. We have a costume contest going on. Enter.
And you guys are getting candy corn and a Halloween package.
It's not candy corn, okay?
I hate candy corn, but you're gonna get candy corn.
We'll give you whatever candy you like.
I fucking hate candy
corn. So, enter if you dare. Psycho Bunny Death Cult's second annual costume contest. Submissions accepted.
You said it.
August 24th through September 19th. Voting will be September 20th through October 19th. Winner will be announced October 21st. Send submissions to Psycho Bunny DC on Facebook or Psychomantium13 or Rootsblade Red or pbunnydc@gmail.com. We will have them up for voting on the website psychobunnydc.com.
We expect to see people.
Some good people. We already got a couple, but come on.
We got Sykes. Sykes did something.
Yes. All right, guys.
There's more. There's 7 comments up. Come on.
That's
just a smidge longer.
There's people saying goodbye.
Are they? Is it really? It's candy corn. It's terrible.
Good night, Pokemon. Pokemon hunting again.
We watched too much Letterkenny.
Thank you. Texas, no candy corn.
no habla
yes.
candy corn. Por
Um,
favor.
So Monday,
Oh,
Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat is back. Tuesday, Out of the Ordinary will be having a special guest.
bang.
And you know what?
We have something else we're doing too next week.
Wait. You know what? I'm going to do this. So, Mikey, do you want me to say who your guest is?
I think you should. It's coming up this Monday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'm so used to.
Should we say who your guest is? Come on, give me a yes or no.
I think you need to. Well, I can tell you what's going on for.
Yes, it's Fanglorious. It is Fanglorious. I am so excited for that. Yes. And you guys are going to love the new Spooky Tales premiere.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I honestly, out of everything, I have more fun with Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat.
We will chat after.
Yeah, you can come in. We'll bring you in here. What was it? I was going to say. You Can't Sit With Us podcast. This coming Thursday.
We will be recording on YouTube.
We'll be recording on YouTube. And we are going to be we're going to be talking about conspiracies around the English royal family.
Yep. I mean, appropriate timing, right?
Yeah, right. We kind of had a meeting last night. We were going to look. I'll say this right now, and I hope Raz.
Wait.
Huh?
Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Wednesday. Before Thursday.
Oh!
Wednesday, I am interviewing a man, a myth,
a legend
who has never gone on an interview. And from what I understand, scares the shit out of people who are veterans of going to haunts.
Who are veterans who go to haunts and maybe reviewing them a little bit.
His name is Spook, and he's the owner of Spook Trail, which is a haunt that has been running for 36 years.
So we have Fanglorious on Mikey's.
On Tuesday.
Spook
on Wednesday.
And then we have...
Thursday, we are talking about the Ninth Circle Satanic Cult.
You Can't Sit With Us podcast.
Friday... I have no clue what we're talking about.
I don't know either. I'm thinking Adolfo Costanzo. I know Mikey's already talked about him, but I want to go in depth with him too. With
Saturday,
Satanico Moreto. I can't pronounce it, Mikey, but the you know what I'm talking about.
Santa Muerte?
No, not Santa Muerte. Well, no, he did. He was Paulo. He was Paulo Mayambe. Paulo Mayambe.
So then Sunday. This Sunday. Can
I stop you real fast? Because Angie did say it's spooky season.
No, she said she can't wait for spooky season.
And spooky season's here, and we have a lot of content for you, Angie Williams.
First off, spooky season. I can't find it. And I'm sorry. Bring on spooky season.
Mm-hmm. You asked for it. We have a whole week.
And you know what?
Of brutal shit coming.
Pineapple belongs on pizza.
It does. Absolutely. Wait, did you say trash?
I will send you a pineapple. I am ordering you a pineapple pizza now.
I am ordering a pineapple
pizza
for myself.
Send me your address.
I'm a Californian.
I will send you a pineapple pizza. I will send you a border with pineapple.
I will tell you this right now. I love Chicago style pizza. New York pizza is But Santa Barbara
interrupted me.
But Santa Barbara style pizza, California is the best.
That's true.
It's absolutely the best.
But guys, Sunday.
The bodies of chaos are coming for you. The bodies of chaos are coming for you.
Good morning.
Are they back? Did they take
They're
control again?
back. They're back.
This is gonna be fun.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and having so much fun. Willie, we will send you a link in a little bit. And have a wonderful night, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know, set the world.